Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new around here then hi, my name's Jade. I'm 26, almost. Oh my god, I got that wrong the other day. I'm 25 but I'm 26 in a couple of weeks. And I'm a mum of one to Harrison, my little boy who's 9 months old. He'll be 10 months in like not that long, a couple of weeks. And on this channel will be all different kinds of videos, from lifestyle to vlogs to mummy videos, mummy tips and fashion and beauty, just all different kind of videos. And if you want to see those kind of videos and you want to stick around, then be sure to hit the subscribe button before you leave, but make sure you watch this video first. So without further ado, let's just get straight into the video. Today's video, I thought I would film a video all about baby names that I love that I may or may not use in the future. I've seen a lot of these videos around on YouTube and I really enjoy watching them. So I thought I'd share with you my baby names that I love. Well, I'm going to say we love, that means James love, but it's mostly names that I love. He's very picky with names, and when we decided on Harrison's name, it was like, it took us a very long time to actually decide on the name. So yeah, these are the names that I really love. There's some of them that James likes as well, but it's more particularly names that I love. So I just thought I'd share them with you. So I will say, I don't think they're like even, so like I don't have an even amount of boys names and girls names. These are just the names that I really loved, and I wrote down, like when I was pregnant with Harrison, I just wrote them down. So there's about an equal amount of girls and boys names. I think there's two more girls names than boys. So obviously I really loved the name Harrison. But funny story, Harrison's name wasn't actually on my list. We just kind of, I think one of us mentioned it, I think James might have mentioned it, and I said, oh yeah, I really like that. And then the more we said it and the more like we spoke about it, we actually agreed on it. So yeah, Harrison's name wasn't actually on the list, which is quite funny. But yeah, so for girls' names, the names that I really love, I really like the name Harlow. I think I watch videos on YouTube and they were like vloggers and stuff, and their little girl's name was, they called their little girl Harlow, and I loved that. I loved that name. I was like, that's such a really nice name. So that had to go down on my list because it's such a pretty name. I love it. It's like, I've never really met anyone called that. Never met any like mums with the name, with like a girl called Harlow. And I just thought it was such a pretty name. So that's definitely on my list. Then the next girl's name on my list is Poppy. Now, I loved this name for a very long time. I've always loved the name Poppy. And then when I saw Mrs. Meldrum, Rebecca Meldrum, she called her little girl Poppy, and I love the name Poppy. It's such a cute name, it's such a pretty name, and I'm really into like names that have like like, you know, like a flower. James thinks they're not very nice, and James thinks they're just not nice names, but I love them, and people probably think they're like quite is cliche the word, or quite common names, whereas Harlow's not really a common name, which is why I really liked that. But like, common names are nice. I really like the name Poppy. It's such a cute name. Next name that I really love, and not many people like this name, I don't know why. I don't think I've ever met anyone with like a little girl called this name, but April. Now, I got this name from Grey's Anatomy. I really love the name April. It's so nice, and I would probably 100% call one of my little girls, if I have a little girl, April. Obviously all these names on these lists, we don't know if we would ever use them or not, but I really love the name April. I just really like it. But when I look at the list and I think of all these names, would any of these names go with, like, obviously our surname? Well, not my surname, because me and James aren't married yet. His surname is McInerney, so it's quite a mouthful, and obviously you have to, when you think of a name, you have to think of not just the first name but like the whole of the name. So like April McInerney, I don't know, it sounds quite nice. I really like the name April though. And another name is Lily. I really like that. These all quite sound similar though. And then I've got Molly on there as well, which is such a lovely name. Millie. Or like maybe Camilla, Millie for short. I really like that name. And I've got Grace on there as well. I really like the name Grace. I really like the name Grace. See, I don't really know, because I've not got many friends who've got children, so I've not heard any of these names for quite a while. I've got another name which I absolutely love, and I would love to call, if I have a little girl, I'd love to call her this, but we just couldn't, because it's so similar to Harrison. Madison Rose. Oh my god, I love that name so much. I said to James, if Harrison was a girl, that's what I wanted to call her. But we just wouldn't be able to call our next baby if it was a girl. I had Madison Rose because it's just so similar to Harrison. We couldn't have like Madison and Harrison running around. But I just love it so much. It's one of my favourite names, and if I didn't have Harrison, and because they're quite similar, I'd definitely 100%, I would probably go for Madison Rose more over April. Definitely 100%. And then the last girl's name that I have on my list is Francesca. I really like the name Francesca. I've not really heard that name for a while, but I really like the name Francesca, like Fran for short. Obviously, I think picking names is so hard, and just having that many in a list for me is a big deal, because it's just so hard. But I think the hardest names to pick are boys' names. Like, I really do. I think boys' names are just so difficult to pick. I only have 7 boys' names. 7 boys' names and 9 girls' names. So what does that say to you? Like, boys' names are really difficult to choose from. So my first on my list is Miles. Now, ever since I watched Tower, The Young Ways Essex, and obviously Miles has not been in it for that long, maybe a year or so or something. Year, 2 years, and I've always liked that name, Miles. I was just like, oh my god, I love that name. Whenever I watch programmes or films or just anything on telly in general, or if I'm reading something and I see a nice name, I write it down on my list, because you never know potential babies' names. Do you know what I mean? Write them down. I write them down in my phone, potential babies' names, even if you don't use them, or, you know, it's nice to have a list. So that's what I always do. If I see some, like a film or anything, I just like, oh, that's a really nice name. Oh, I like that. Put it on my list. Get my phone out and put it on my list. Yeah, so Miles, really like that name. And I had Charlie on my list, and I really like the name Charlie, but because I've got my mum's dog's called Charlie, I probably wouldn't use that one, just because my mum's dog's called Charlie. But I picked my mum's dog's name. I picked the name Charlie for my mum's dog, so I've always loved the name Charlie. It's one of my favourite names for a boy. And I've got Alfie on there as well. I've always loved the name Alfie. Like, when I was younger, and you know when you have like dolls, I always used to call my baby like Alfie, like little Alfie. Oh, I just love the name. And I probably wouldn't use it now, just because of, like, I don't know, there's more names that are nicer, I suppose, and I really love the name Alfie. My next name is Oliver. I just think that's a really cute name, like Ollie for short. And Noah. Now, before I even got pregnant, I always said to James, if we have a boy, I really want to call him Noah. And he was always dead against it. He said he doesn't like names like that because he thinks they're too biblical. But then I said to him, well, you're called James and that's biblical. So he just said no for a Noah. But I really love the name Noah. I fell in love with it. And all along, like all the way through my pregnancy, I said, oh, Noah. And I would always call the baby Noah. And then, like, I think when I got to like 6-7 months pregnant, obviously we changed, well, I say we changed our minds. James said Harrison and I changed my mind. But all along I really wanted to call him Noah, and I said to James, he's being called Noah, I don't care. I want him to be called Noah. I really love the name, and that's what we're picking. But obviously we didn't pick that. I really like the name Leo as well. I just really love that name. I think, I don't know, like my star sign is Leo the lion, and I just thought that would have been cute, and I really like the name Leo. It's just a really nice name. And Levi is the last boy's name on my list. I don't know, I've never really met anyone, like I say, all these names I've obviously heard of them and stuff like that, but because not many of my friends have children, most of these names, I've never met anyone with that name. So obviously that's why they're all on my list, because no one wants to have a child called a particular name who someone's got a child that's got that name, if you know what I mean. Yeah, I just love all those names. Obviously everyone has the reasons for the names that they choose, and everyone's not going to like the names that you choose. I didn't want to tell anyone Harrison's name until he was born, just because I just feel that if you tell people the name, they're just going to be like, oh, don't like that, that's not a nice name, and it kind of puts you off, and then you think, oh well, maybe I won't call him that then, maybe I'll think of something else. And that's one of the reasons why I didn't want to tell anyone. I didn't want to tell nobody. I didn't even tell any of my friends what he was called, and obviously we didn't tell anyone until we announced it. Obviously I told my mum, and we told James's family, and obviously I told my family and stuff, but no one was to know. It was kept a secret. I just think it's nice that way, and I just think when the baby's born and you can announce the birth and you announce the name as well, I just think it's such a nice touch. And for all future babies, I will always be keeping the name. We're not telling nobody. And I was thinking the other day, if we have another baby soon, or in the future, I don't know if I want to know the sex this time. I think I might have a surprise, but I really don't know. What do you guys think? Because when I had Harrison, I just couldn't wait. I just couldn't wait to know the sex. I just wanted to know straight away. And we ended up booking an early scan to find out the gender, because I just couldn't wait. I couldn't wait till a 20-week scan to find out the gender. So I was like, right, that's it. 16 weeks, we're going to find out the gender. I didn't tell anyone we were finding out. We just booked it and we went and found out. And then we just told our families. I don't know whether to find out next time or to wait. I don't know. What do you guys reckon? Because I just don't know. I mean, I know that the surprise at the end would be an amazing feeling, but I just don't know if I could wait 9 months. I don't know. But anyway, those were all the names that I really love. I don't know if I'll use them in the future. I may or may not. I don't really know. But yeah, I just thought I'd share with you all the names that I'm loving, all the names that I had written down. I wrote down in my phone for actually quite a while before I even got pregnant. Just really names that I love. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to see more videos like this, just let me know by leaving a comment down below. I'll give this video a big thumbs up, and if you're new to my channel, be sure to subscribe before you leave, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys!